Hey everyone, this is from DocketRun Tech Pvt Limited. Our video analytics based solution overall explanation will be done as a part of this particular video. We have already loaded 30 camera licenses where we have 30 license as a remaining license. So whenever we do add any type of CCTV cameras as such, the utilized cameras gets updated respectively as such. As to add in the cameras, since the system is everything offline at your client location, the existing setup or a workstation of the server will be present at your premises, and the existing cameras at your premises can be easily added as well with our easy to use dashboard as well. The first one as such, we are adding a camera for demonstration where we are giving some parameters like plant name, area name, department name, camera username, where instead of username, password or camera IP, we can directly provide RTSP URL as well, which is nothing but called as real-time streaming protocol. And we have also have a system to trigger a hooter or a relay. We know that if there is a violation at the premises, we might have cameras at the respective locations at the respective places. If we find a violation, when I say violation, it can be any violation like PP detection, fire, dust, people crowding, etc. And you need to know the live siren of this happening or a relay to stop a machine if a machine is about to hit. So we in-house manufacture both hooter, relay, as well as we have voice announcement system as well, which can speak in various languages as well, in multiple languages, multilingual support that we provided. So once the camera gets added, this is how as a listing it provides in, and you have multiple parameters of settings which you can also configure. To tomorrow, if you buy hooter or a relay with us, you can easily go to camera details and you can configure those details accordingly. And then we have AI solutions where you can start configuring around. So we take a latest snapshot from a feed which is coming up, and that's where you can combine. We have multiple different type of video analytics solutions for safety of employees, contract workers. We can also do an standard operating procedure checks for 6.6 kV, 33 kV panels of SOPs, multiple outdoor indoor analytics systems, mechanical operations, and many more as such. But just for demonstration purpose, how easy to it is, we first will go with personal protective equipment, which is PP, where we can enable as an option of helmet or a vest based on the need of the respective cameras as well. We can also assign a crowd counting to know that if there are minimum people or maximum people for a whole frame or a part of a frame can also be taken care of. As an example, if you know that if a particular space or a particular region wants have maybe maximum of more than 3 people comes in, that's a violation as an example, which can be a good factor also if you want to know at respective machine shifts are the people around this. So we have set for the camera settings on this. We can also enable this solution or disable this enable. So whenever we enable this solution, since we have triggered crowd counting and personal protective equipment, and due to that reason these can be toggled as well. And let's add respective cameras as well, but we can see that utilized camera license is also updated to 1 and remaining license are 29 as such as well. So we'll add a few more cameras as well to showcase demonstration of multiple video analytics. One of the good advantage also is you might run multiple analytics on the same cameras, or multiple you can enable, disable as well. So there is no restriction as such on a compute resources. When I say compute resources, is a server itself. So in one camera you can run 10-15 analytics, maybe in one more camera you can just run 1 or 2 analytics as well. So that type of flexibility that we provided, since we say that this is a camera license, the camera license comes with all these solutions in place as well. So this is what becomes much more easier, and everything that we process is real time at your location, at your premises itself, since it's an offline based analytics system at your premises without a need of internet connectivity as well. So here we'll do a couple of danger zones, since it's a danger area, because people are allowed to walk on the pre-designated green paths only. So nobody are allowed to enter the red zone or a space where it's not been there. So we can just draw like a drawing box, like an ROI. It's a flexible one, and you can confirm that ROI. You can give a name to it. Currently we are demonstrating for person. It can be for vehicles, or it can be for different objects also. a danger zone can be performed. We can give you an option on customization as well. If a client requires customization as well, we provide that on respective customization of the AI models at the respective locations of manufacturing plants as well. Next, we are going with the traffic counting. If you want to count the people entering at the respective zones, it's an easy to do entry and exit count as well, where we can define at the particular area whenever they're trying to entry or exit. This can be useful not only for person entry and exit, but also for the vehicles. For persons specifically during mock drill or during the fire mishap, if you want to know how many people are there inside a plant, so that we can quickly evacuate them on real-time basis. For vehicles to know the parking allocations, the number of vehicles which are there inside respective premises, how many are available, are they parking at the wrong locations, are they parking at the right locations, everything can be controlled via entry and exit formats as well. You can see that it's these whenever we update, all these data comes with live data getting transmitted on that snapshots itself. So this covers mainly the geofencing that we did, which we also can call it as danger zone, perimeter zone, restricted area, or secluded area as well. And once we have seen this part, we can also have a functionality to enable fire, enable dust, spillage detection, and multiple ones. For demonstration, we have added some couple of few options around it as well. So once we have added these cameras, whenever we detect those violations on the cameras, we get all these data enabled. So currently we have added two cameras, two are AI enabled and zero are disabled as such. And whenever a couple of cameras are not working, we'll also get these indications also, and how many total violations had happened so far, how many danger zone violations. So all these graphical visualization and interpretation can also be drawn as well. So now settings gives you a little more flexibility in running a model where you can enable the detection sensitivity. Whenever I say detection sensitivity, it's a more of a volume based sensitivity where you can make a decision making. It's basically a threshold of a detection which you can set. Person, helmet, vest. We can also give you a flexibility around different AI models which we can customize for you, and also give this detection sensitivity as well. Since we process the data on real time, we also have a customization which we can make it for video analytics variables, where we can configure camera FPS, process interval, data saving interval, and also if whenever we are not able to connect the cameras as well, it's able to re-attempt to connect to that camera at multiple times. Currently it has been set at 3, but you can give it 10, 20, so that it can keep attempting to connect to that camera as well whenever there is a network dog or a couple of challenges around network cameras as well. Whenever we observe the violations, we also need to share an email to the respective authorities. So that's where we have these email settings, where we can add email settings and option, where email gives you to the people whom we need to share an email, to CC emails, BCC emails, which department needs to get these particular email as such, at what particular time of interval these emails needs to go, or which part of analytics as specific that it needs to go as a report as well, which goes to directly to the email as well. And also we have an advantage to add WhatsApp alert as well. If an internet is being provided to a server, we can also do a WhatsApp based alert integration, which gives you a snapshot as well as the detailed description of what type of violation it has been detected as well. So going back to camera settings, we can just with a click of a button for start application, and we can start the application in place, which will start the overall applications. Currently we have added 2, but you can add 10 cameras to 100 cameras or 1000 plus cameras as well, with a real-time view and real-time scenario which we can showcase how what analytics is running in, and also all these data will be made available in our validation dashboard as well. So now the systems, what we call it as safety I is for employee safety. Now you can see the video from a feed has been coming up. So we have seen we just like how we have seen control rooms, you can click on those camera grids and can also see a real-time one. So you can see that it's real-time scenario with helmet, no helmet detections, vest being there or not, people of crowding which we have set for this, and it's this basically the grid is becoming red since there is a violation which has been observed so far. And just with a right click we can go back to the same view, and again you can go to the next cameras if there are any violation as such. That there were people entering as such, where it gives you an entry and exit counts as such. And if any person as such starts entering this danger zone, so you can see this whole grid becomes red. and all these violations has a snapshot get stored in our dashboard as well. And how do we view those violations as such? We can go to violations page and we can see all the violations of danger zone in a specific category, and we can see the person with all these snapshots with a real proof in place and which camera location, what time, everything in plan. Also there is a toggle at our right hand side which keeps coming up to showcase on a real-time scenario as well. And a buzzer can be also, or a siren can be placed at the camera location, also in the control room as well, for the proactive measures as well. So this is what on the violation for the danger zone, what we can see, where we can check all the violations coming in as well. And whenever we have these violations, we can also go with crowd counting, where crowd counting based violations, where since the maximum were 3, we have seen 7, and that's the reason this violation is being captured. Similarly, this can be for vehicles or other objects as well. And then we can go with PP as a PP based violations, because we have seen people not wearing a helmet over here, which is being shared over here, and click on this image and see a right perspective that a helmet is not being worn as such as well, with a respective bonding box also as a proof, which can be activated, and also respective safety officers can also take the things ahead. Even reports can be downloaded as well. Even we can download all these reports, refresh all the violations. We can toggle disable these options as well, and depending on the date range and everything, we can also download all the respective PDFs, an Excel sheet which can also be downloaded as well. A detailed Excel sheet will give you all the violations which are being captured on monthly basis or daily basis, which can be captured. And one of the great thing that we have in is, whenever we detect these violations, we also provide you is valid, is the violation valid. Whenever you click on no, we take this as an input and retrain our models. That's where our systems are smarter at your respective locations, and we train our models on rigorous purposes so that these violations of a false violations can also be taken care of as well. One of the good factor is all these violations that we store in, since we in-house have built this as an API as such, can be integrated to respective third-party systems. One of the third-party systems might be your vendor portfolio, which already has some systems running in, or we can directly integrate our video management system to video management system companies, where it might be different type of video management system providers which are already available. We can also integrate those data as well. And this is how the Excel sheet looks like. This gives you a detailed snapshot. There is all the restricted area as a violation, what time, what camera, and what department location which was captured as well. So this is how these reports of very similar format are also sent to your email as well. So this gives you a overall perspective on how to use it, our overall solution as such. And this gives you overall comprehensive report as well. And our expected dashboard, which is being showcased over here, which will give you total control. If there are any new customization, new AI models to be integrated, maybe a seat belt, phone violation, it might be for fire and dust detection, spillage, inspection solutions for various machinery equipments, conveyor belts, all can be integrated in your system. But since this was a demonstration as such, we have showcased on these parts as well. And whenever you have finished running your analytics, you can stop the application as well, which can stop the application, or you can keep running this application as per the requirements as well.